Yeah, much better focus today, much better. More intensity, harder hitting, better tempo. I just know we had overall better practice. So
You think part of that was because of the message that you sent out the other day that hey, they knew you weren't happy with it and let's come back for a better game?
I'm sure it was. You have to confront and demand. You can't sit back and hope that it gets better. We had to make some changes, and so we changed the format of the practice. We got into some of the team periods, live team periods, earlier in the practice, like right away. On days like this, we normally thud and stay off the ground. About half of our periods today were live to the ground. So I felt like we needed to make some changes to get back on track. So we did that.
Did you feel like they were able to sustain it to the end then as well?
They were.
Intensity?
They were able to sustain. It was very competitive all the way to the end of practice, and that's what you want to see. And so we're learning, how to practice. We're learning, the value of a practice. How important it is, how important every rep is, how important every meeting is. We're learning that, and that's a culture change, quite frankly. So everything we ask you to do is important. If it wasn't important, we wouldn't ask you to do it. And that's practice, meetings, and we want our practices to be game-like. And you can't do that unless you play fast, you play hard, you play physical, like the games are going to be. So when we don't practice like that, then we're basically wasting time.
So obviously you don't like to have a bad practice, but in some ways, is it good to have that and see how the guys respond to that, how they're going to react?
I never want to have a bad practice, and I hate seeing bad practices. It does happen. And as coaches, we have to evaluate why did we have a bad practice, and then what do we need to do to get it corrected. And that's what we did.
Coach, I was talking to Brady Russell a couple days ago, and he said that this spring compared to last, he just feels like he understands his position more. And I mean, he's far from the first guy to kind of echo those sentiments. So across the spectrum, you've got guys who feel like their football IQs are improving. And how have you and your coaching staff just sought to kind of help guys accomplish that?
We first put the staff together, keeping in mind that we wanted the best character coaches that we could have, the best men, and then secondly, the best teachers. And coaching is teaching. And we spend a lot of time on our teaching progressions. We spend a lot of time on our meetings, making sure that we lay out the information, we deliver the information in a way that the players can understand it. And it's also a credit to the players that they've done what they needed to do to learn their information and to spend extra time, because you can't play fast if you don't know what to do. And so I think credit to the coaches and also to the players.
Are you seeing some of the older guys step up into leadership roles as this spring progresses? I know you can't just say, okay, you're a leader, you got to go be one. Are you seeing some guys assume that role?
I see flashes of it. Most of the leadership that I see right now is by example from some of our older players, and at some point it will be by example and it will be also vocal leadership. But I haven't asked for that so far. I want guys to learn the system, go out and play hard, play physical, execute, do what you're supposed to do, and the leadership will come. The leaders will emerge, and we need to have some more adversity, before we really find out who our leaders are. And I told them that yesterday.
Deion Smith said that he's learning how to be a physical running back for the first time. How do you feel like he's adjusting to that?
Well, that's what's required of that position. Running backs, they have to be physical and pass protection. That's critical that those guys can protect our quarterback, know what to do, And we want our runners to run hard, run through arm tackles, yards after contact, and always fall forward. And he's getting plenty of opportunities to show that he can do that.
As far as returns, is there anybody standing out as far as punt return, kick return at this point?
Not yet. We haven't done anything live, and so I think we have several guys that can do it, right here in the air condition. We'll see when the first starts flying a little more. We'll see.
All right, thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks, Mel.
All right, guys.